I know dude as just a blackmailer, and, quote, you would think it's a female.
Welcome to another episode of J Inclusive. Please share, like, comment, subscribe, and set your notifications on so you are alerted every time I upload. The following video presents information sourced exclusively from news articles, court documents, and social media. I maintain no affiliations with any parties involved. On a cold Milwaukee night, the city's quiet streets became the scene of a gruesome crime. A body was discovered under mysterious circumstances, sending shockwaves through the community. As detectives unraveled the case, they uncovered a tangled web of secrets, deception, and a killer who thought they could get away with murder. But in Milwaukee, the truth has a way of coming to light, no matter how deep it's buried. In the early hours of Friday, February 21st, authorities responded to reports of gunfire near 95th Street and Brown Deer Road at approximately 12:30 a.m. Upon arrival, they discovered a woman suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. As paramedics worked to save her life, she managed to give emergency responders the first name of the person who shot her before tragically being pronounced dead at the scene.
Police say someone shot and killed Dior early February 21st near 95th and Brown Deer. Dior's heartbroken family spoke with Fox 6 2 days later.
No matter who she came in contact with, she was always a good soul.
Amyri Dior, a 23-year-old transgender woman, was fatally shot in Milwaukee on February 21st. Her family and friends remember her as a loving and vibrant soul who was unapologetically herself. Her cousin, Jakiala Jenkins, described her as always a good soul who never hid who she was. No matter who she came in contact with, she was always truthful with her life. She was just too loving. Dior was transgender, and her family believed that her identity may have played a role in her murder. As police continued their investigation with no arrests made, loved ones sought justice while urging greater awareness of violence against transgender individuals.
Activists say her death is another in a list of transgender women killed in recent years.
We're tired of having to go out and fight for our lives every day.
Sunshine Rainbow says the goal is not only to seek justice for Dior, but also change for the trans community.
Dior's mother, Periana Williams, shared a heartfelt message with the community, encouraging everyone to live openly and authentically. Live in the truth, y'all. It doesn't matter who you are. Just open up. Be an open book so your family can know who you are and be able to love you for who you are. As police continue to investigate this case using the name the victim had given them at the scene, through social media and phone records, they uncovered a story that is all too familiar. As they began going through Dior's social media, it exposed a few persons of interest. For months, Dior, who did OnlyFans, had been going back and forth with a faceless Twitter account, accusing them of stealing her photos and making slanderous posts about her. In the midst of all of this, she was also in back and forth exchange with another faceless account, whom she believed was another adult content creator, whom she accused of leaving these comments underneath all of her Twitter posts. One of the comments read, "Don't trust what you see, she's burning. I'm trying to warn everyone. She's trying to hide it by retweeting posts so y'all don't see." These accusations prompted Dior to post her most recent results online, stating, "You can't do this though, or go live on that fake page that used to be a fan page that you bought from somebody. I can go paperwork for paperwork. Hop on live right now. I'll add you and got $150 for you right now if you are a real page."
Because I was so fucking catfish. Funniest shit I've ever heard.
She then tagged the adult content creator whom she believed was behind all of the slander. After thoroughly investigating this, police realized that none of these people had anything to do with Dior's murder, so they decided to go through her Facebook, which revealed some conversations between she and a known Crip member, Davion Steed. The 22-year-old's page was filled with gang-affiliated content, including videos of him playing with guns. Facebook uses an algorithm to determine the order of friends shown on your profile, based on your interactions with them in terms of messages, likes, and comments. So, when police saw that Dior was the #1 person on Steed's Facebook friends list, they felt as though he may have had something to do with her murder. According to phone data, the two had been in contact since early January, communicating up until the day before the shooting.
We now know a man arrested after a police chase over the weekend is a suspect in the homicide of a Milwaukee transgender woman. Bill Miston live with us now. Bill, you're getting more on this connection between these two cases here.
Hey there, Ben. The man has not been formally charged, so Fox 6 is not naming him. But court records show the 22-year-old is a suspect in the homicide and was arrested after a police chase came to a crashing stop. On Saturday, shortly before 11, Milwaukee police say officers spotted a wanted person in a vehicle and tried to pull it over. That started a chase that ended only when the car crashed near 60th and Hampton. A 23-year-old man was arrested about a block away. A 22-year-old man was arrested at the scene. Police and jail records obtained by Fox 6 show the man arrested at the scene is a suspect in the homicide of Amyri Dior late last month. 2 days after her death, her family identified Dior as transgender.
We supposed to grow up and be old together. Y'all doing all these gun violence and stuff. Who we gonna grow up and be old with?
Facebook conversations between Dior and Steed revealed that they had planned to meet around Valentine's Day. However, when Dior disclosed that she was transgender, Steed told officers that he declined to meet with her. Following this, Dior allegedly threatened to expose him publicly unless he sent her money.
Prosecutors say the two were messaging each other on Facebook for a month before meeting in person. Investigators say when they went through Dior's phone, they came across a Facebook conversation where Dior was threatening to expose Steed for having relations with a transgender woman and demanded Steed pay her. When investigators showed Steed a picture of Dior, prosecutors said Steed replied, quote, "I know dude as just a blackmailer," and, quote, "you would think it's a female."
Investigators compared Marquette University Police Department arrest photos of Steed to confirm his identity with the Facebook profile used in the conversations. Phone records from the day before the shooting show Dior demanding $200, with messages indicating that Steed told her he was trying to gather the money. Following the shooting, detectives interviewed two of Dior's roommates who were home at the time. One of them recalled hearing someone, believed to be Dior, enter the home, followed by the sound of a gunshot around midnight. Authorities interviewed Davion Steed twice. Initially, he denied having a cell phone, knowing Dior, or ever meeting her. However, in a second interview, he admitted to having a phone and being in contact with Dior. Police later reviewed additional phone records from the day before the shooting, including messages sent about 20 minutes before Dior and Steed's last conversation. In those texts, Steed asked someone if they still had bullets because he needed them badly. Shortly after, he met up with Dior. Steed is scheduled for a preliminary hearing on March 21st. He is currently being held on a $500,000 cash bond. Dior's death follows the murders of 4 other transgender women in Milwaukee between 2022 and 2023.
We're tired of having to go out and fight for our lives every day.
Sunshine Rainbow says the goal is not only to seek justice for Dior, but also change for the trans community.
We just want this system to benefit us.
Johnson says they want lawmakers to take more action when it comes to transgender violence.
Such as being harassed when it comes to restraining orders, to protection orders, that those laws be more in effect.
She says they're going to push harder in Dior's honor, along with this message.
People that hate us cannot erase us. We will always exist.